Just looking at the religious services at the U.S. Air Force Academy near Colorado Springs, Colorado, yeah, are held in this modernistic chapel. Yes, Protestant, Catholic, and Jewish services may be held in different parts of the chapel at the same time. Yeah. Now that looks like a pretty good sized structure there. Yes. Could you get me the pulpits of all of the military's chaplain services? Yeah. Now, I wouldn't want the counterfeit presence of the divine presence of God being in any chapel service. Yes. Chaplains. Now, I did email the chaplains, didn't I? Yes. And they decided that they just would not do what the law requires. For all of those that are in the military, that are officers that have sworn they would not have any allegiance. Yes. I think I'd sue the chaplains. Coach. I'd sue for the removal of every chaplain in the United States military. Yes. That thought, yes, we're just going to let this happen. Now, as that American citizen that wants custody of my sons, you might need to consider exactly how these chapel services will get me the pulpits of every chapel service on every military base of the world. Now, Gil the Mean and his little family of fish, right? They decided they were going to be God of the United States military. And I thought that we were not going to counterfeit the presence of God. Now, let's say you're in the Coast Guard and you're one of these that qualify for officer training, number 9 cadets in 1877. Pooh. Now, I did email the Coast Guard. Yes, yes, yes. And then the Merchant Marine Academy. Oh. Just get me the chapels of every military base. Yes. The location that all of the armed forces personnel that they attend church, synagogues, and any and all Catholic locations. Yes. Now, candidate for mission married between 17 and 21. And 5'6" to 6'4". Yes. And then there's the Marine Corps School. Oh, Quantico, Virginia, about 35 miles southwest of Washington, D.C. The Marine Corps has training schools for officers. Platoon leaders class. 17 years of age, not more than 26. Yes, yes, yes. And he expects to receive his degree and then attempts 2 summer training periods, 6 weeks each. Yeah. Now, these Marines that say that they what? Is it really God and country right now? I want the location of all the chapel services on every Marine base right now. GPS locations. And then I want all of those that said that they were chaplains. Right. Now there's somebody. Do you remember me emailing you? See, I thought the chaplains of the United States military, yes, had an obligation to not commit the crime of treason. Now, let's say that you did graduate from one of these schools. I'm going to want, yes, the actual GPS location. And then I wanted to know, yes, of the actual budget of the United States military. Could you get me how much has been paid to support each of the military academies? Yes, from the United States taxpayers. Because let's say we just can't afford it. I, as a father, yes, when I think of multi-billion-dollar lawsuits, could be $100 billion. For every officer in the United States military that said, well, we just don't have jurisdiction to support and defend the rights of those that are students in high schools. Right. Because the Office of Supervision of Public Instruction won't do it. Yes. Civil rights coordinators won't do it. No. Sheriffs won't do it. Police departments won't do it. Yes. Those in office won't do it. Yes. Is there the possibility right now that you decided that you no longer needed to have your military schools because you've intentionally obstructed my sons, yes, from being able to apply and get accepted to any military academy of the United States?